Good morning everybody, day 2 at Carowinds. Super excited to be back here, absolutely loved yesterday. So excited to get back on Fury 325 once again today. Oh, such a good ride, really excited to get back over there. That's where I'm going to be heading to after I've done Camp Snoopy. Obviously I mentioned yesterday that I get early entry into Camp Snoopy with the Gold Pass. So I'm going to head there. There's 2 credits there that I didn't manage to get yesterday. Wilderness Run and something else, can't remember the name of the other one. So I'm going to head there first and then head over to Fury 325, lap that. Hopefully it'll be as quiet as Cophead Strike was yesterday, so I get plenty of rides on there this morning, which would be great. And then I got about 4 or 5 credits that I need to get as well, so I'm going to go and do them after that. So I'll see you once I'm in the park. Just an interesting fact for you at Carowinds, it's actually right on the state line between North and South Carolina. I'm currently stood on it, so this is the state line that goes all the way through the middle of the park, which is really cool. I'm going to stop making plans before I come into parks. So I'll come down here to do Wilderness Run and Woodstock Express. They're the 2 credits in Snoopy Land that I haven't done yet. Camp Snoopy it's called, sorry, not Snoopy Land, in Camp Snoopy. And both of them are closed, they're not opening until 10 o'clock. But Thunderstriker is open, even though that's not advertised to be open until 10 o'clock, and it is 9:41. So I'm going to go back out of Camp Snoopy and go do Thunderstriker because that's the only thing that's open. So yeah, let's go do Thunderstriker first. Let's get back on this B&M hypercoaster. If you want to know my full thoughts, check out yesterday's vlog. However, just to summarise, I think it's a pretty good ride. It could be great, has the potential to be great, but it's just the trims that let it down. So I'm going to jump on the front row, it's my favourite seat on this ride, so I'll see you when I come off. So it's 5 to 10, just had 2 goes on Thunderstriker, did 1 at the front, 1 at the back. So much better at the front row. Honestly, if you do that, make sure you do it at the front. Just on my way down to Fury to go and lap that for the next hour or so. We'll see. I did 6 goes on Cophead Strike yesterday, so can I get 6 on Fury today? Let's see. It's time to get back on one of the best coasters on the planet. Super excited for this. So, just managed 2 goes on Fury 325. It's just gone 10:30. So I was going to stay there for another half an hour or so. However, the queue for that's got pretty big, and the queue for people coming in looks really good. One benefit of doing Fury is that you can see how many people are coming in, and that looked like quite a big queue. So I've decided I'm going to go and do some of the coasters that I couldn't do yesterday. I'm going to start with Ricochet, which is a classic wild mouse. It's a Mack Wild Mouse, opened here back in 2002. So let's go and see what this is like. I had a big queue all of yesterday, so I'm hoping it's not got a very big queue. Done. Another credit to add to the count, that is the Wild Mouse here, just a standard Wild Mouse, that one really, just decent laterals, but it does hurt when you keep hitting the side of the ride vehicle. Next up is Flying Cobras, which is a sit-down boomerang made by Vekoma, opened here back in 2009. I'm excited to do this one. I've actually never done a sit-down boomerang before. I've done inverted ones and things like that, but I've never done one sort of in this style, so let's go and give this one a go and see what it's like. Flying Cobras here at Carowinds, and that was actually quite good fun, considering I've never done one of them before. I was expecting to be a bit rougher than it was. It was still on the rough side, don't get me wrong, but I thought it was going to be a proper headbanger, but no, it was alright. I really liked how when you go in sort of up, the catch car just takes you up, and it doesn't even hold you for a second. You literally get there, pause for not even a millisecond, and it just drops you straight away. I was not expecting that. It caught me by surprise actually. I was looking off to the left, a Copperhead Strike, and it dropped me. Yeah, I was not expecting that. But I do think Vekoma do build some better rides nowadays. However, it's still a decent classic ride to get on. Next up is Vortex, the B&M stand-up coaster opened here in 1992. It's got 2 inversions, which is too many if you ask me. Yeah, let's go and get my head rattled around on this one. It's a proper old one, this 1992. So I've just done Vortex at Carowinds, the 1992 B&M stand-up coaster, and that is the worst B&M stand-up coaster I have ever done, and I've done some pretty bad ones. That was horrendous. Completely just bashed my head from side to side the whole way around. I was trying to stick my head as far forward as I possibly could to stop it, and it just hurt my neck in the end. Oh, it's got 2 inversions, so it's quite a short layout, and thank God it was, because that was absolutely dreadful. One of the older ones opening back in 1992, but yeah, they need to get rid of that and put something else in its place. It's on a really good plot of land as well, so hopefully they can redevelop this into something decent. Yeah, really ticking off the credits this morning though. That's what, 3 new ones in the space of an hour or so. I'm going to head over to Camp Snoopy now, tick off the last 2 there. I don't think Kiddie Hawk is going to open. It wasn't open yesterday, and it looks as if it's not open again today, so I'm going to miss out on that credit, but not the end of the world. I got the main ones that I came here for, which are Cophead Strike and Fury 325. So yeah, I'll see you at Camp Snoopy next. Looks like I'm going to be missing out on Kiddie Hawk, which is a Vekoma family suspended coaster. It looks quite good, the layout, so I'm a bit gutted that I'm missing it, but not the end of the world. Take missing this over something like Fury 325. So Woodstock Express is up next in Camp Snoopy. It's a classic Philadelphia toboggan coasters wooden coaster, which opened back here in 1975. So here at Carowinds, they're due to open a brand new splash battle at some point this year, and I think that is something that this park desperately needs. There's absolutely no water rides here at all. Obviously they're building a splash battle, there's no log flume, there's no rapids, there's no sort of shoot water ride, there is nothing, and it is, on a day like today when it's nearly 34, 35 degrees, definitely need a few water rides for people to cool off, so this will be a very welcome addition when it opens later this year. Just joining the queue for Wilderness Run here at Carowinds. Hopefully you don't need a kid for this one. If you do, we'll be walking back down the queue line shortly. So it looks like it's kids only on Wilderness Run, I think, from looking at the people that were on there just then. So I was going to give it a go, but there's quite a few kids in there, and yeah, I'm not going to take a ride experience away from a kid. I'm not too fussed about coaster credits. So yeah, so it looks like I'm going to miss out on that one. I'll probably try it again later, see if I can get on it then. I don't actually know if you need a kid or even if adults are allowed to ride it. It doesn't look like they are. I've also just done Woodstock Express. That was a pretty good Philadelphia toboggan coaster, to be honest with you. Really good fun. Enjoyed that. Pretty smooth for its age. Okay, it's not the most thrilling coaster in the world, but kind of a good medium level coaster to take kids from doing stuff like this up to doing kind of Fury 325, Cophead Strike, that sort of stuff. So yeah, pretty decent ride really. So I'm taking a little bit easier today compared to yesterday and the day before. I think doing 20 odd rides in Air Force One and then marathon in Copperhead Strike and Fury 325 has kind of taken its toll on my body. So yeah, I'm enjoying myself, but just having a bit more of a chilled day. Just while I'm sat on this bench chilling, thought I'd just talk a little bit about the all-day dining premium that you can do. So I did it yesterday and today, and I did it when I was at Cedar Point. It's absolutely a fantastic thing that Cedar Fair do. It's not currently available at Six Flags parks, but whenever I go to a Cedar Fair park, it's something that I'll always do. So it's about $45 a day. But that enables you to get a main course and a side every 90 minutes, and it also enables you to get a drink, any fountain soft drink that you want, or just some water every 15 minutes. And on days like today when it's 34, 35 degrees, being able to get a drink every 15 minutes is absolutely brilliant and an absolute godsend, to be honest with you. Just going into a nice air conditioning place, filling up with a cold drink, plenty of ice, and you can do it every 15 minutes. It's really good value. If you look at kind of the prices of food, it's about $20 for a main course or so here. So if you think I'm going to get at least two meals a day on this, because I'm going to have lunch and dinner and possibly kind of a snack in between if I'm hungry. So that's already paid for itself. And then the amount of drinks that I've had, they're about $4 or $5 each, and I'm probably having 4 or 5 a day. So there's another $20, $25 or so. So yeah, this is something that I definitely recommend having a look at, especially if you're going to be at a park all day. It is really good value for money. So I've just finished chilling out for about half an hour or so. just making my way around to give Cophead Strike another go. Thoroughly enjoyed this yesterday, so let's see what it's running like today. So I've just finished having my go on Cophead Strike, managed to get the front row again, which is awesome. Waited about half an hour or so that's been the longest wait of the trip so far. Had a little bit of downtime while I was in the queue, only about 2 or 3 minutes or so. Managed to get on that, which was good. My plan is to go and do this Boo Blasters ride that's behind me. I have no idea what it is, whether it's a shooting ride or a ghost train, no idea, but let's go and give it a go, and I'll give you a review when I get off of it. Boo Blasters on Boo Hill. Let's go and give this a go. That's Boo Blasters on Boo Hill done. A bit tongue twister that to try and say. It was alright that, just a nice little kiddie shooting dark ride. The accuracy didn't have to be very good on it. The one thing I did like is that every time you did hit a target, it actually created some sort of animatronic. Now the animatronics were not great, but it was quite good that it had some sort of effect on there, which was quite cool. I did quite like the second to last room where you came in and there was just skeletons all over the wall, and there was sort of strobe lights flashing around with the targets on, which I thought was a really, really cool thing to do, and it's unlike Cedar Fair to do something that good. So yeah, quite surprised by that. Also, the air conditioning in there was absolutely lovely, I won't lie. So yeah, it is about 2:15. Not sure what I'm going to go do next. I might head over to Fury. There's meant to be a bit of cloud cover coming in about 3 o'clock-ish, which I'll be very, very grateful for because it is baking today. It's about 37, 38 degrees and I really, really feel it today. Like, it's just zapping walking around. So yeah, let's head over to Fury and see what that's like. So just walking down this part of the path and seeing that it's basically blocked off here, and I'm guessing this is where you used to go towards Nighthawk. Now Nighthawk was the Vekoma Flying Dutchman that they had here, operated for 20 seasons. Would have been really, really cool to get on that. I heard it was quite rough and it wasn't the best ride in the world. I've never done a Vekoma Flying Dutchman, so I would have loved to have given this one a go. I'll spin the camera around in a second so you can see all of the footers that were there, but I'm really interested to see what you think they're going to put in place of it. They are clearing some land towards the side of Fury 325, so I'll be interested to see what they put there. I think that this park is really missing an RMC. I think if they stuck one of them here and a couple of water rides, it would be an absolutely world-class park. So yeah, hopefully they get an RMC here pretty soon. So just having a look at this plot of land here that Nighthawk used to sit on, and it is an absolutely massive plot of land. So if I just spin the camera around slightly, you'll be able to see, so you've got Kiddie Hawk all the way over there. That's where it used to be, behind this set of trees here. Then you've got the footers all the way here on the left that you can see, and then it goes all the way around here. So you've got some more footers just down here, and then it goes all the way over here to some more footers there. And then you've also got a big plot of land just behind the trees here on the right hand side that go off towards Vortex. So what they could build here could be something absolutely incredible. Oh, really interested to see what you guys think. What do you think they're going to put here? As I said before, I would love this park to get an RMC and maybe a couple of water rides, but an RMC would be something that I think would go down really, really well here. Something like Airy Force 1, Steel Vengeance level would be absolutely phenomenal. I was going to have a go on Fury, however I literally just got to putting my bag in the locker and it's gone down for weather. Luckily I hadn't paved the locker yet, thank God, otherwise that would have been the same situation as Cophead Strike yesterday. So I've decided I'm going to go and have a go on the Grand Carousel. This one first started operating in 1920, so it wasn't here when it first started operating, it was somewhere else and then got moved here in about the 1960s I think. So yeah, I'm going to go and give this a go. I love classic rides like this, they won't be around forever, so make the most of them while they're here. So the storm passed after I've been on the Grand Carousel and was able to jump on Fury 325 and have another 2 rides on there. One on row 7 and one on row 2. Definitely fourth in my top 10. Doesn't quite beat Airy Force 1. I think that's solidified its position at number 4. I've got Zardra at number 5, so it's definitely better than Zardra. Not quite as good as Airy Force 1. I think the reason for that is just the intensity, but also depending on where you sit makes a massive difference on Fury, as where when I rode Airy Force 1 a couple of days ago, I could sit anywhere in the train and have a great experience. Fury is definitely either a front or very back row. The front row you get a lot more airtime in the second half, but you also really feel the speed of it. And then the back row is actually got more airtime than the front row, but you don't break that force, so you don't really feel the speed of it as much as you do on the front. But Airy Force 1, no matter where you sit, you have a great experience. Yes, it's quite a bit better at the back, but the front is great, the middle of the train is great, but all of it is fantastic. So yeah, definitely putting Airy Force 1 number 3 and Fury 325 at number 4. but they both are quite considerably better than Zadra. I feel the pacing on Zadra is good until the last few sort of elements, and it sort of runs out of steam a little bit. So yeah, that's why that's at number 5. The first half is fantastic, but the second half is a little bit weak in my opinion. It needs to warm up a bit more, Zadra. So yeah, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do next. It is 3:30. There's no sign of any more storms or anything like that. It's meant to be quite cloudy over the next sort of few hours, which I'm quite glad about. So yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to do next, but wherever it is, I'm sure you'll see me there. Fair play to Snoopy. They must be absolutely sweltering in this weather. Fair play. In case you hadn't guessed, I'm back in Camp Snoopy in the hope of getting on Wilderness Run, I think it's called. Hopefully get that credit. I had a quick go on Thunderstriker and then quickly grabbed something to eat. And then yeah, just walking around to Wilderness Run now. And fingers crossed there's no queue and I can just quickly get that credit. We did it. Finally, at the 3rd time I'm asking today, I've managed to get on Wilderness Run. And that was a pretty decent little kiddie coaster. It's a E&F Miller Industries coaster. Yeah, just a fairly little decent ride. It's got some really good ejector airtime towards the end. Much better than Thunderstriker. I'm really joking, but yeah, these last 4 little hills that I'll spin you around in a second so you can see, they are really, really good. So you got one just there, the second one just here, and then the 2 last little hills over there. Yeah, really good little family ride. So I know most of the time I cover the kind of the thrill sections of parks, and that's really what I'm targeted at, and that's what I enjoy doing. However, this Camp Snoopy area is absolutely brilliant, I have to say. Carowinds have done a brilliant job. There's 3 really good coasters here, especially Snoopy's Railway Racers that I did yesterday. That was a really, really good, fun family launch coaster. But there's also a couple of decent flat rides. They've got the Splash Battle that's opening here soon. They've got a couple of play areas. They've got Snoopy meet and greet. There's loads of stuff to do here for kids. So yeah, even if you are coming with kids, there's plenty for them to do here while you go and enjoy the great rides that are here.
Thank you for visiting Carowinds and welcome aboard the Carolina SkyTower. For your safety and comfort, please remain seated during the entire ride. The Carolina SkyTower is one of the park's original attractions and rises to the height headed by Charlotte businessman Earl Patterson Hall. E-Pat Hall was inspired by a 1956 trip to Disneyland and by his dream of bringing the states of North and South Carolina closer together. The name Carowinds was inspired by the park's original theme, representing the history and culture of the Carolinas and the blending of the words Carolina and winds, in reference to the winds that blow across the 2 states. Carowinds still holds the title of being the only amusement park in the United States that is situated within 2 states. Over the past half-century, Carowinds has seen major growth spurts with the addition of world-class thrill rides, exhilarating live shows, and seasonal events like Scarowinds and Winterfest. Carowinds currently boasts 2 of the 10 tallest roller coasters in North America and one of the largest collections of roller coasters on the East Coast. Off in the distance, you will see our signature ride, Fury 325, the tallest and fastest coaster of its kind in the country. A true giga coaster, with heights reaching 325 feet, an 81-degree drop, a length of 6,602 feet, and speeds of 95 miles per hour. This 2,700-ton behemoth is a full-throttle test of fortitude.
So last spoke to you, I've had 2 rides on Fury 325 and then jumped on the Carolina SkyTower, which we've just seen. Fury 325 is an absolutely insane coaster. I know I keep banging on about it, but it is absolutely world class. That and Air Force One around here are incredible. You've got to make a trip out here and ride them too. The speed on Fury is just, it's like nothing I've ever experienced before. It is so fast, and the G-force at the bottom of some of those drops and some of those bunny hills, it makes me grey out every single time. So I can't marathon it. I would love to, but I just can't. And that kind of adds to it as well, the intensity and the speed. Absolutely wonderful. And to me, that's what intensity is, not roughness. They're 2 completely different things. People say sort of X2 at Magic Mountain is intense. To me, X2 at Magic Mountain was just rough. That is what intensity is all about, greying out and just really, really feeling the G-force. So yeah, an absolute world-class attraction, easily one of the best coasters I've ever been on. I'm thrilled that it's been so good. And then I really enjoyed doing the Carolina SkyTower as well. I love those kind of attractions where I can take you guys on for a start. That's absolutely brilliant, and you get some really fantastic and unique views across the park. I love that we got some decent cycles on Fury as well, so you can see that go around and see just how quick it was from up there. And I also like the history that the kind of commentator gives you on the park, so you sort of learn something new every time you go on one of them things. And yeah, just a really, really good SkyTower, that is. I love those kind of attractions. I think my plan now is to go and head to Copperhead Strike, do a couple more rides on there, and then head to Fury to finish the day. I really want to get a proper night ride. I didn't quite get the last ride of the day yesterday, so my plan today is to make sure I get on that last ride and try and get as dark as possible. I mean, it's now 6 o'clock, so we've got about 3 hours or so to go. So head over to Copperhead, do a couple of goes on there, then have a little bit of a chill out, and then do Fury after that. I mentioned earlier on in the vlog about how they've removed Nighthawk here. You can still see the footers of where Nighthawk clearly went when it went over the water and the lake here. I'm excited to see what they do with this spot. I think an RMC here would look absolutely amazing. Can you imagine an RMC over something like this with all the space that they've got here? Fingers crossed, and if they do build an RMC, just pausing for Vortex to go past, one of the worst coasters I've ever done. But I do love a good B&M roar. Yeah, if they build an RMC here, I will 100% be coming back out to this park, because that would be incredible. That line of a Fury 325 and an RMC, wow.
Ain't no doubt in one's mind, love's the finest thing around. Whispers something soft and kind, when we breathe the skies on fire. I'm dying, ain't I'm going to Carolina in my mind.
Okay, time is now 8:05 since the last spoke to you. I had my final ride on Copperhead Strike, just another good ride. I've sort of said my opinion on that ride. It's just a really, really good, fun, supporting ride. It's not world class, it's just, I put it in the great tier, to be honest with you. And then I've just had a couple of rides on Furious. Did one at the back and one at the front. And that ride at the front was one of the best rides I've ever had on a roller coaster. Like, wow, it reminds me of the first time I ever did Steel Vengeance on the back row, and that's how good that was. The speed and the air time now after it's warmed up all day. Oh, I am completely speechless. It has completely exceeded my expectations. That first drop is incredible. The speed that you get, and then you kind of go over a wave turn over the entrance, which is great, into a turnaround section, and the amount of sort of sideways air time that you get on that is absolutely brilliant. What? I mean, I'm going to keep lapping this thing, but I had to get the camera out and just let you guys know about how incredible that experience was. Honestly, wait for the front row. There's a bit of a queue for the front row. It's probably about 15 minutes or so at the moment. I mean, the rest of the ride is maybe 5 minutes or walk on. So if you get the opportunity to do Fury on a warm day at the front when it's been running all day at sort of 7:30, 8 o'clock, it is one of the best roller coaster experiences you can have anywhere in the world. An absolutely fantastic ride. My plan now, as I say, it's about an hour left. I'm going to have another couple of goes on Fury, and then I'm going to sit around and wait for the last ride of the day. So the way that you do that is you basically sit by the entrance and wait until it's 1 minute to 9, and then you jump in the queue, and that's how you get the last ride. So yeah, I'll catch up with you after the final ride on Fury. So, filming this outro while walking out of Carowinds. Just managed to have 2 night rides on Fury 325. What an absolutely insane experience that was. One of the best night rides I've ever had. I thought I was on the second to last train and I was a bit gutted. I really wanted to get on the last train. However, when we came back into the station, we were all chanting one more ride, and they let us have one more go. It's just stuff like that that makes it. That's what I love about these American parks. It's all about the guest experience. It's all about guest satisfaction and make sure everybody has a brilliant time. Back in the UK at Alton Towers or Thorpe Park, you just never get that. They just don't do things like that. And I'm so pleased that we managed to do that. That was absolutely awesome. I'm just blown away. I mean, this park overall is absolutely brilliant. You've got 4 really, really good coasters, and one of those is absolutely world class. Fury 325 is just an absolutely stunning ride. And then you've also got Copperhead Strike, which is a decent Mack multi-launch coaster. I think probably one of the best ones I've done of that, to be honest with you. You've also got Thunderstrike, which at any other theme park, that'd be one of the best rides here. Well, it probably would be the best ride here, but it's completely overshadowed by Fury 325. And then you've also got Afterburn, which is a really decent B&M invert that just supports that the lineup really, really well. It's got a great layout, nice and intense, nice and smooth, really snappy transitions. Absolutely brilliant, brilliant ride. Probably my favourite B&M invert up there with Nemesis Reborn at Alton Towers. So yeah, overall, I think you could probably do this park in a day if you find a really quiet one. However, 2 days is enough to see absolutely everything and to experience things like I've just done there on Fury 325. That will be something that I will remember for a long, long time. Just that one simple thing of allowing us to go around again. So I hope you've enjoyed these 2 days from Carowinds. We're off to Dollywood next. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Leave a like and let me know what your favourite ride at Carowinds is in the comments. Bye bye.